I wanted to share what I've been doing because I'm back in the kind of the second phase of my body transformation. So, a while back, a couple of years ago, I embarked on a body transformation journey, ended up losing 30 plus pounds, and got to a point where things were just kind of holding for a while. So, I'd been on that journey at that point for about a year. So, I'd lost the weight, was keeping it off, and just kind of settled into where I was. And then, I kind of felt like, things were good. I was looking a lot better. I was feeling a lot better, but I wanted more. I wanted to be leaner. I wanted my body fat down, another maybe 5-ish% or so. And so I decided 12 weeks ago to basically take things up another level or take things down. I wanted to get my body fat down 5% in 12 weeks. And so that's what I've been working on. Now, I haven't been posting week to week here. I've been posting elsewhere and just kind of documenting my journey, the results that I've been achieving, what I've been doing to get there, and just wanted to document like what it's really like. You see a lot of transformation journeys, 90-day transformations and this and that, and you see the before and the afters, but that's kind of it. And you don't really get to see what goes on all the days in between, what it really takes, what it's really like, and how to maintain it as well. It's not one of these journeys that I'm on where I'm doing a bunch of things, crash dieting, crashing calories, and trying to get a bunch of weight off, and then doing things that, maybe I look great, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days from when I started, but then I can't sustain it because it's not anything that is sustainable. And I think that that's what happens a lot of times. So this is more just about showing what a real transformation journey looks like, not only how to get there, to get where you want to go, but how to keep it off long term. So that's what I've been doing. So as of, this is the end of week 9 that I'm on, and I'm down almost 13 pounds so far, 12.8 to be exact. And while weight loss isn't the exact goal that I'm after, I know it goes with the territory. When you're getting leaner, when you're losing fat, you're going to lose some weight. But I didn't just want to lose fat. I didn't want to just chase fat loss at the expense of everything else. I wanted to actually lose fat and build some muscle in the process. Now, I'm not expecting that I'm going to pack on pounds of muscle or anything crazy like that, but I wanted to see if I could do it at the same time, because the kind of the line of thinking, usually everything you hear about is that it really can't be done. There's a lot of debate about it. It's either one or the other that you have to pick. You're either losing fat or you're building muscle, but both at the same time. Now you got to pick one or the other. And so I've been challenging that. And so the interesting thing is that I've been down, like I said, I'm down about almost 13 pounds. My waist is down 3 inches as of this morning, but my weight this past week, so I actually took a week and bumped my calories up. So I've been eating 500 calories more every day throughout this last week, just as a way to fill my body back out. I wanted to fill my muscles out. I wanted to kind of restock my energy stores before the final 3 weeks of this whole phase, and where I'm going to really push for, a good kind of chunk of fat loss to happen in this time. So I wanted to set things up pretty well. So what I did was, like I said, I bumped my calories up 500 a day, and the expectation wasn't to lose weight or really to drop body fat, but it was to hold my weight within reason. Now, when you bump calories up, typically you're gonna, have some more water that you're holding on to, so your weight's probably gonna fluctuate up a bit, and I expected that. And so what happened was my weight jumped up about 2.2 pounds right out of the gate, actually within a couple days after I did it. And then it kind of held there. My waist measurement didn't go up at all. And then by midweek, what happened was my weight still was up, but my waist measurement dropped a 1/4 inch. So, and then when I measured this morning, my waist was actually down another 1/2 inch, because I noticed in the mirror I was looking a lot leaner, and it could kind of play games with you a little bit. Like when you're looking in the mirror, you see yourself every day. So, for me, I'm looking at myself going, I don't know if it's all in my head, if I'm seeing things, but I look visibly leaner than I did even yesterday. And I was kind of picking up on that. So I just wanted some kind of confirmation if what I was seeing was accurate. So I got the tape measure out because my weight was actually down 0.2 of a pound more. And still, I actually ate more than 500 extra calories yesterday. It was like 570 calories extra. Went out for dinner with my wife, had a big steak dinner, had ice cream for dessert, had some chips, and just enjoyed myself. And, I didn't get reckless with it, but I enjoyed all those things. So, I definitely thought that I was going to be holding more water and seeing my weight up this morning. And it wasn't the case. Actually went down, which was very interesting to eat more food like that and to see my waist measurement drop another 1/2 inch like that. So that was really nice to see. So, basically now I'm getting set for week 10. So when week 10 comes in, I'm going to drop my calories back down. And like I said, the plan is to hold my calories down there for the final 3 weeks, make a push, and I'm just going to keep everything the same as far as workouts. I'm not doing anything extra. I'm not doing anything extreme. Everything's just going to be the same. Nutrition is the main kind of change that I'm making there. As far as training has been going, it's the same thing. I've been training on average 3 days a week, for about an hour, ish. Sometimes it might be a little bit more, around 45, 50 minutes. Other days it's been a little over an hour. So on average, about an hour. And that's just, real life. Like my intention with this was never to try to do a bunch of things that I cannot sustain for a lifetime. This was about taking care of my body and my health in the process and not just chasing fat loss at the expense of everything else. I didn't want to, try to be losing fat while running my body into the ground, or while, basically ruining my health in the process. I didn't want to crash diet. I wasn't going to do any extreme workouts or things like that. I was not trying to beat myself up, and definitely not trying to, injure myself or, those chronic nagging aches and pains that we get as we get older. Like I'm staying free of those. So I'm just taking care of my health in the process, focusing on my health, focusing on longevity, and just thinking big picture, long-term with this. I did not want to do what I've done before, and I've seen it happen where we have a fitness goal and we kind of get gung-ho about it. And it's like we try to force our lives to fit into our fitness plan. And then again, I think it becomes unsustainable long-term. So I think of it the other way around, that I wanted my fitness plan to fit into my lifestyle. So I knew 3 times a week, I could commit to training 3 times a week. 5 times, maybe some weeks, but that's going to be a bit, inconsistent. So I wanted to do what I knew. Bottom line, what I could commit to, without a doubt. Like I could commit to 3 days a week. So that's where I held it. Getting some extra, movement in throughout the day, just moving as much as I can. So I'm somewhere around 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day, and just keep myself moving as I can. And then again, it was nutrition and just kind of managing things on that end for the most part. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'll leave this video here, but I'm just looking to come back on here with weekly updates, and I'll post updates. I always post photos as well. So you've seen pictures here. I'll post them again maybe at the end, just so you can kind of see week to week where I'm at. I think this last week, it was really interesting to see, because while you can see, if you see my photos week to week, you can see subtle differences. They're not monumental week to week. I mean, I'm not going to see anything crazy like that, but they're very subtle, but they're noticeable. But this last week, week 9, things really started to shift, where it was definitely a noticeable shift, and noticeable changes that happened. So this was kind of, I think, the biggest week. And again, just was really surprising how it happened on the week where I bumped my calories up, 500 extra calories a day. So anyway, that's where I'm at. So I'll continue documenting things here, and just wanted to get back up here and kind of talk about what I was doing a little bit more. So more updates will come. I'm gonna let this go for now. And until next time, I'll have an update probably maybe by next weekend. So we'll see what happens then. I'm just gonna keep pushing forward and seeing where this goes.